Hi, welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz, and I will be guiding you on this journey today. So this time around, we're going to be using the Guardian of the Night Tarot, and then Spirit of the Animals. So they both kind of have like animal vibes to them, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I don't really have much else to add to that. I hope you're all doing well. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. Hi, Gemini. So let's get an oracle card for the overall vibe. Wow. These cards are so awkward to shuffle. So, I mean, it's possible that they all just go flying at some point. It's happened a couple times. Ooh. We have the Wolf, Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul's strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. I love that. Very, kind of powerful for some reason, like, kind of that straight on, looking right into your soul type of feel to it. But we'll read more about that after we get your tarot cards out. We have the Hierophant. You are a teacher and help others find their way. That's pretty basically the Hierophant. I mean, of course there's other stuff. We'll talk about it, but we have the Two of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Temperance, the Ace of Cups, interesting. And the Three of Pentacles, holy cow. Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the Devil, Seven of Cups. I say holy cow because I feel like you guys really made me work for that. Like, it took a lot of shuffling, which you really won't see because I cut out that part anyway, because sometimes it does take a while. And I don't really think that people want to watch that. So I cut it out. But literally, I mean, like my arm hurts, like my forearm, just from shuffling. Oh, you gave me a workout. Thank you. Okay, let's see what this wolf is talking about. So you look at that. I will read. It says leadership, teacher, pathfinder, protector, family, loyalty, enduring, cooperation, society, strength, wild spirit, willpower. Wolf is a teacher, sage, and finder. Wolf is revered as one of the great totems of a Native American culture because wolf, by their example, instructs us to... Why am I having such a hard time even reading this right now? That is so interesting. I'm going to start from the beginning. Sorry if that's annoying. Wolf is the teacher, sage, and pathfinder. Wolf is revered as one of the great totems in Native American culture because wolf, by their example, instructs us about leadership, survival, and social order. They teach that power comes from the cooperative efforts of the pack. Wolves know their place and know what to do. They're loyal mates. Their parenting instincts are strong, and the entire pack helps raise the young. Wolf is loving, but also very firm. Wolf has extraordinary strength and endurance. I don't know why, like, it feels so weird that I've said wolf probably 5 million times in like the last 5 sentences. I don't know why that's just like hitting me weird. That's a first. If wolf is your totem, you may be asked to take a leadership role in your community. You may feel drawn to teaching and helping raise the young. You may be asked to be a mentor and guide to others. With wolf as your totem, you will certainly succeed in these endeavors. Wolf will ask you to not avoid your responsibilities within your pack. You are the accountable one and should be proud that others can depend on you. The moon is an ally to the wolf person and represents wisdom and intuition from the feminine divine. Wolf people are great friends, lovers, teachers, and parents. Ask wolf to help you find your best life. That is so interesting. Did it seem like I said wolf like a lot? I don't know why that is weird, but I love the message though, and I also kind of get, it can be so across the board too. It could be, like kind of taking charge of your life. It could be, an actual leadership role in your job, even in your family, like needing to be the one that, makes decisions. Very interesting. But we start with a Hierophant. And like I said, the Hierophant is about teaching. It's about passing along knowledge. So you could be in some sort of training, you could be in school, you could be thinking about it. Or again, you could be taking on that role of being a mentor to somebody, or, because we have this, I think it's technically a rat, and then there's these other ones down here that are looking up to it. Right? So the Hierophant traditionally talks about like higher learning, taking a more traditional approach to things. It could even just be, kind of feeling like you are, like the spotlight is on you. Like maybe people are waiting for you to make a decision in some capacity. And even with it paired with Temperance, there's this feeling of like going back and forth. Like some days you might feel really good about going in a certain direction, and the next day you're like, what was I even thinking with that? Absolutely not. And your thoughts like go in the complete opposite of directions, which is fine. There's not necessarily anything wrong with that. I think that also too like helps us come to a decision, or at least just kind of find the middle ground with it, because Temperance does talk about alchemy. It's blendings of energies, so there is, some back and forth that can happen. And it's also like part of the process too, because eventually by mixing, blending, whatever, but eventually the end result will present itself, I guess. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time like with words in your reading either. I just did Virgo. Right? Yeah, I just did Virgo and had no problem. And now I'm like, it almost kind of feels like my head or like my crown is wide open, and I can't seem to like latch onto a thought for very long or at all. Anyway, what's also interesting here too with Temperance is that there's this cup that's underwater, it looks like. Yet it also looks like there's water coming out of it. This frog is halfway in the water too. So again, like there's this feeling of just not being fully committed to something. it, and again, which is fine for a period of time. There comes a point where you are going to have to make a decision, and I feel like we all know when that time comes. And for me, I don't really think that it's necessarily helpful to like push yourself through something, especially again if you don't have to. And anytime I see temperance, I think about chocolate, because to temper chocolate, there's certain steps that you have to do, right? And if you try to speed through those steps, if you skip those steps, then it's ruined, right? Like you have to start from the beginning. So it's worth your while to allow yourself to go through whatever the process is here. And maybe part of that process is, either finding a mentor. Maybe it does have to do with some level of education or taking a course or certification in something. Or again, you could be the mentor and taking on a mentee, or even taking on that leadership role. Then we have the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is about shared values. There is generally somebody else involved. It doesn't have to be, but it's like making the right connections. But two, because it almost looks like this is a mirror image of the same elephant. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't have to include other people, but it's like, this elephant is pouring into this cup over here. This elephant is pouring into this elephant's cup. So it's like everybody's needs are being met. Your effort is being matched. Cups have to do with our emotions. Also, I didn't mention the Hierophant is Taurus. Temperance is Sagittarius. So, there could be those signs involved. There could even be significant placements for you in those signs. There also doesn't have to be. I'm just pointing them out. We also have this full moon here, and Wolf was talking about the moon. It can also just be, again, like I was saying just before, that, finding the thing that gives you back as much as you give it. Even if that is a person, like feeling like your energy, your effort, your emotional load is being reciprocated by the other person, or by the job, by the field of study, the hobby, whatever it is. It's also interesting that it's paired with the Ace of Cups. Also, though, we go from the Two of Cups to the Ace of Cups. So there could be some sort of narrowing down that's happening here. The Ace of Cups, though, is a new opportunity. It's definitely something new. It's a new beginning. This cup is overflowing here too, so it is feeling like your cup is so full that it is overflowing. But also, like, that's what I was kind of saying with the Two of Cups, where you want the thing to be giving you as much as you are giving it, so that your cup does remain full. There's these white feathers in here too, which are usually, symbols of like messages from those that have passed. Maybe you're seeing white feathers, or you could see a white feather, and it's like, just if you do end up seeing a white feather, like try to remember what you were thinking about when you saw it, because it's almost like confirmation of that thought. Like whatever it was that you were thinking, that could be confirmation for you. The Knight of Pentacles is seeing your efforts pay off. But, the feeling that I was getting, I was staring at this card as I was shuffling. The feeling that I was getting, though, was like finding this gem here, because it doesn't really look like they have a lot of like food to choose from, or like grazing out there to choose from. I can't really like tell what this is, but it doesn't look like there's much grass or anything, but they're like sniffing this one pentacle here. So it's almost like, something unexpected, or just like I said, like finding a hidden gem. It could be, an opportunity presenting itself out of the blue, but it's something that like you have already put some level of commitment and work into, because it is a knight. And the Knight of Pentacles is traditionally like the slowest moving knight out of the deck. But it comes with a level of commitment and dedication to a craft, to seeing something through to the end. It could even, like I said, it could even just be seeing the fruits of your labor starting to pay off in some capacity. But for whatever reason, I just kind of get this feeling that it's like through whatever this process is, you're going to find this pentacle here. Whether that is like your niche, your thing, like it just, I don't know. For whatever reason, it feels like it's popping in. Divine timing, right? Did the book say something about divine timing or like divine truth? And then the Three of Pentacles is about planning. It's collaborating with others. Even, like this message too about working towards a common goal. So it's interesting, like the Two of Cups has this like shared values vibe to it. Cups are more emotional. Pentacles have to do with our money, our time, the resources available to us, materials available to us. Money, did I say that? So this could be work in some capacity. It's definitely something that you put like your physical attention and time into. Whatever this is could just, bring these things together. It's like all of a sudden, something works out. We have 1, 2, 3. Also, there's 3 wolves in this card, in the Three of Pentacles. So that's cool at the beginning and the end, I really just kind of keep getting this feeling about whatever this discovery is in the Knight of Pentacles, or even just the actualization of something in the Knight of Pentacles. It like somehow it's like the missing link for the Three of Pentacles, and it's like exactly what you needed in some capacity. The Seven of Wands is about standing your ground, defending what you're doing. There's these 6 alligators or crocodiles, whatever they are, that are kind of coming towards this one. I always see like these 6 wands as being like other people's projections, their fears, their doubts, their reasons why not to. And it's like, like they're projecting that like onto you, like, oh my gosh, I could never. That would give me so much anxiety, or, like whatever. And it's just like having to deflect all of that, especially because it's kind of like, there is this kind of intuition thing going through here. Even the wolf was talking about that. There's a moon there, moon there, moon there. There's a moon, right? So moon there. And it's interesting that it's kind of like in the background, just like it was in the message of the wolf about intuition, divine feminine. So, stand your ground. We have the Devil, which is Capricorn. This is about illusion. This is, when ego starts getting like out of control, and, that fear starts coming in, and, maybe it can be these 6 wands down here. It's about those things that control us and almost kind of like get in the way from things just working out the way that they were going to work out had we not gotten in the way, which is hard to do. It's hard to do. But it's also like, since it's coming up, it is just a message about being aware of that, right? We have the 7 of Cups, which is about options. Interesting too that we have this rabbit here that has the skull and antlers. Again, illusion, right? And then we have this rabbit here in the 7 of Cups, looking at all of the options that are available to them. What feels good? What doesn't feel good? What do you want to focus on first? What possibilities are there? Because, all of these are in the sky. So that's interesting. We also have double 7s. The Page of Pentacles is like the apprentice, learning something new. Page of Cups, the Fool. A lot of like newness, new stuff. But definitely, it feels positive. So this is all good. I'm going to leave it there before I lose my words completely. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.